Guys, so it's me, Kiani. Today's video, I'm back with my next installment to my Test or Invest series, where I'll be highlighting the Fenty Beauty We're Even Concealer. Are we now? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kiani Love. I am a 30+ year pro makeup veteran right here in Georgia. I typically on this channel like to bring you things dealing with beauty, and new to my channel are going to be things in the beauty business realm. So if either of those topics seem to tickle your fancy, take a look at the cue cards, and there are going to be over 500 videos that you can actually view and catch up with me and my story here on YouTube. But as for now, my Test or Invest series is where I get a chance to test products and really see if you should have probably just tested them and saved your coin, or are they worth the investment. I'm super excited to be bringing you guys this series yet again, and you know what, without further ado, we're going to actually get into the trial portion of the video, and after a full day of wear, I'll come back and give you my final commentary. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Let's get into them, shall we? So you see that I have two shades here. I have one that's on the peachier side and one that's on the more neutral side. We're going to try them both. I have been wanting to try this concealer mainly because it is one of those skin-like type advertisements that has been getting me lately. And the claims of this Fenty We're Even Concealer says that it's fade resistant, crease resistant, waterproof, brightening, transfer proof, skin loving ingredients. So this is one of those concealers that is supposedly biddable, medium coverage with a natural second skin finish, extremely lower formula that resists creasing. Let's pull out the other spectacles. I mean, that's enough for that. Visibly improves dark circles and puffiness instantly within 12 hours, continues to improve with consistent use, won't settle into fine lines or accentuate skin texture. Transfer proof, waterproof, no flashback, non-comedogenic. Oh, honey, she is speaking my language. So what I'm actually going to do is add a little bit of my eye cream, and that's a lot, but we're going to do it, and we're going to give it a few moments to kind of settle in, because I am gagging over the advertisement here. I really need this concealer or color corrector and or to work. I've just been on the hunt. I want them all to work. I want them to give me all the things. I want them to make me, you know, when I put the thing on, I want it to make me feel cute. You know what I'm saying? Because some concealers have been trying to play us. You put them on, and by midday they're doing their own thing, and I'm not here for that. If I put forth the effort and put the product on, I want it to put forth the effort and make it show that I put it on. You know what I'm saying? But not like, oh my god, what did you put on? But like, oh my god, what are you wearing? Like, there's a difference. There is a difference. Comment down below if there's not a difference to you. Okay, cool. First off, we're going to start with the We're Even. This is the shade 350C. This is the color corrector. Should I pull you in? I always say that with caution, but let's pull you in. Okay. Alright, so first off, I am obsessed with this applicator. It's not oozing all out. And I'm going to drop this right like that. Do we want to do us a little tiny brush? No, we don't. We want to get us something that is doe foot like. We want to kind of mist it to make sure that the product just kind of stays in place. And we want to tap. We're going to keep our fingers out of it. And we want to just tap her. And are we seeing this? What are we thinking? Can I be honest? I tried this on Instagram this week just as a test. And it literally blew my mind. I was like, okay, it's time to call in the big guns. Let's pull out the big camera and make sure what my eyes that are in need of assistance nowadays, make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Are we seeing it? Y'all, color corrector. Now, I'm going to say it's color corrector because it's a peachier tone on me. But I want to say that this is still part of the concealer line. Just the shade is cooler. It has a peachier tone to it. And baby, beautifully brightened. Oh, beautifully brightened. Beautifully. Like to the point that I don't even want to add another color on it. I don't. Okay. But I do still see this bruise right here. I don't know if you guys see it. Maybe because I know that that area of my face is still sore because I whopped myself working out a few weeks ago. And it is still kind of raised. So I'm just going to go in another coat and just try to erase that blue. So second coat. Oh my God. Y'all, it is building so nice. And I'm just going to kind of flick out so there's no lines of demarcation. Are we seeing this? Oh. Mind blown. Mind blown. That is spectacular coverage. I'm almost wishing I would have the Fenty powder here, but I don't. So I'm going to do a little bit of my RCMA No Color powder and just a little, just enough to kind of remove a little bit of the dewiness that's here. Tiny bit. Just to remove the top surface of sheen. Now, I'm hoping that this doesn't give me kind of that gray, cast that some concealers that are really, really cool will give neutral tone complexions. Right now, looking at it naturally, I don't see it. But when I look in the camera, I can't really tell. I do see that it did even out texture. Did you see how that texture just got blurred? Like, that is insane. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the other side. And let's just put her in the same areas. Dampen the brush just a little bit. Not enough to wet the brush, but just enough to keep the product from sticking in the bristles. And I want the product to glide across the face. So kind of like you would dampen a beauty blender, I am just kind of spritzing the brush just to make sure that the product has a chance to glide. That is crazy to me. And because I did 2 coats on one side, I have to do 2 coats on the other side. And I'm just going to pop it right here in a similar circumference. And I'm kind of thinking that I probably should have done a little bit of the neutral tone concealer right over top of this, just to make sure that the peachy undertone is covered. But this is giving. So I'm just going to set it. And what I'll probably do is use the other color because it's closer to my natural complexion. I'll probably use it as the foundation, just so we can see how it all performs. But I want it to go ahead and settle this concealer down to give it a fighting chance. Whoa, that's crazy. All right, so the next shade that I have is 360W. This is a little bit warmer than what I originally wanted, but the other shade, they didn't have it. So I'm going to use this as the foundation. And I just did a little bit. I'm going to use it on my brush that I use as a foundation brush. Didn't use a whole lot. And you know what's crazy? Tonight is date night. And I'm doing a test your invest. This is going to be great. We're actually going salsa dancing for a girlfriend's birthday. And yeah. What are we thinking? I feel like it's starting to settle. So maybe I didn't need that second coat. But she cleaned up good. So, okay. So, we have the color corrector and the concealer on. A little bit of change of plans. We did the color corrector. I loved how it applied. I loved how smooth it was. I loved how brightening it started. I loved that the second shade was a little bit warmer, which is what I chose, to be more of a natural S finish. Typically, I would do color corrector and then do a neutral shade over top. But just to give the color corrector a chance to really see if this has been the missing piece that I've been looking for as of late, I want to give it time to shine, okay? So, I'm going to gather my thoughts. I'm going to put the rest of my makeup on, and I'll be right back to see how everything plays nicely with the rest of my makeup, okay? We'll be right back. Okay, so I've done the majority of my makeup with the exception of powdering, blushing, and lip. So this is where I think my thoughts are starting to come together on this concealer. I think I like it. And let me tell you why. This is where I think the product really shines. When it says smoothing, blurring for a second skin finish, glide on to conceal, disguise all over. Well, let me tell you what product came to mind with the finish. My Lancome concealer. And guess what it claims? All over. Any concealer that claims that it is an all over is going to give that beautiful finish, is what I feel like I've been missing. Like the all over term or phrase is the thing that I didn't know I needed, but now I'm going to be on the hunt for it. Do you feel me? So I'm liking it so far. I'm wishing that I would have done the color corrector and then the neutral tone concealer over top. But we're just going to roll with it. Now, this lash is going to try and do its thing. It always tries to play me on this inner B. So if you see it lifting, it's because I haven't pinched it yet. I need it to be a little bit more dry. But I don't have, or do I? You better get out of here right now. I do have the Fenty Pro Powder. Let's see. Oh my God. Let's see if this is going to give me a little bit more of a smoother finish. Because I really want to reach for my Laura Mercier powder. This one right here, I want to reach for that because she made it in my favorites for the month of May, and she's phenomenal. And that is a good powder in the shade Banana. But what color is this in? Oh, of course, I can't read these little labels anymore. Who can? Oh yeah, that didn't even help. Oh, this is in the shade Butter. Okay, so let me grab me a little brush, a little pro tip brush here. Just kind of whisk it in and roll it around. Let's see. We getting that finish that we want. Getting that final finish that we want. See, the thing is with concealers and color correctors, you don't want to overwork them. That's what's running through my head right now. I don't want to overwork it. Alright, we're going to just roll with it. We just wanted to make sure that she's set and she's as bright as she's going to go. And I just really want to put it right in this area here where I tend to show a little bit more texture. Buff it out around the mouth, the area that I typically sweat. And we are doing salsa dancing tonight, so a little added powder is not going to hurt. So I'm just really doing it here so I can have that pretty bright under eye. Okay. Okay. What are we thinking? I like her. I mean, obviously I wish concealer's aid would be to remove fine lines, but it's really used as a tool to kind of disguise them. So I can't be mad. It's not the concealer's fault. And what I'm actually going to do now is just pop a lip on. I'm actually going to go and figure out if the outfit that's in my head, that's running through in my head, if she's going to work. And if not, I'm going to change it. So you guys will probably see me back this evening after I have gone. The shade is called Persimmon Picking. It's one of our elevated neutrals. And she goes with pinks and reds. So I'm going to go fight with this lash some more. Figure out if my outfit is going to work. And I will be back this evening and let you guys know my final thoughts. My final thoughts on this We're Even concealer. We'll be back later on this evening. Alright guys. It is 11:03. I have spent the past 4 hours on a rooftop salsa dancing. And do we are we seeing? Let me just go ahead and zoom in. So of course there is a little bit of indentation underneath the eye. So if you were this close, I mean, I think you still see a really seamless look. And remember, I use the concealer all over. Y'all. This is probably how close you were to me. Are we seeing it? I am highly impressed. Luckily the wind was blowing because we were up on a rooftop 3rd floor from the sunset to the moon coming up. Really cute. Absolutely love how seamless the concealer is. I absolutely love how it photographed. It photographs so good with flash photography. And yeah, I don't think I have one single complaint. The only thing that I wish that I would have done is put the neutral shade concealer over the color corrector just to really see if it gave even more. And I will probably come back on my IG, which you'll see right down here, and give my thoughts on that when I get a chance to try that combination together. Super smooth, super seamless, super long wearing. I'm going to say almost water resistant because I was sweating. Luckily the bob, you know, I only got a little bit soaked at the root, but with all the wind that saved me so much. And I got tons of compliments on my face tonight. Anywho, I'm super excited that the results were what they have been for the Fenty Beauty We're Even concealer. I think that the product is definitely worth your investment. There are tons of colors. What I'm going to say, if you swatch it on your hand or your wrist, make sure that you give enough room for the product to oxidize just a little bit. The color corrector, which the one that I'm calling color corrector 345C, does come off a little bit more on the peachy side. It's the cooler peachy side. It's not the dark intense reddish undertone. So if you're my complexion or even lighter and you have really dark circles, I'm gonna say give that a go. Make sure you set the product, but like, oh my god, I'm looking in the viewfinder right here and I am just like, girl. So in conclusion, run and get you some. It's definitely worth your investment. And Makeup by Kiani, approved. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. Thank you guys for all the amazing comments that I've gotten in the past for coming back to YouTube. Make sure that if you have any comments about this video that you leave them down below. You guys know that I love to connect with you, so make sure you connect with me. Follow me on all my social media links to never miss another upload. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.